Hello, Aries. This is your reading for the week of the 20th of August to the 26th of August. Aries, sun, moon, or rising sign, depending on what you resonate best with. Let's go ahead and have a look and see what message or messages come through for you for this week, Aries. Aries. So Aries, I am currently showing that there's some changes, there's something happening here, something that is changing or moving in a different direction, and I feel like you're trying to resist against it right now, Aries. I feel like you're resisting against something. I feel like these changes are happening and you're trying to fight against them, essentially. I feel like this could have to do with an individual, Aries. This could be a more mature individual. This could be somebody that may be trying to establish some kind of order or some kind of rule. I want to say that there seems to be some kind of foundation or stability, essentially, that this person is trying to establish some kind of form in the sense that it's very orderly. It has a structure to it. There's going to be a set of rules and regulations, quite possibly. And I feel, Aries, that this is, it's creating some kind of blockage for you. I want to say that the changes are possibly being implemented by this individual, and this is what you're fighting against. This is what is making you feel trapped. I feel like you feel trapped. I feel like you're unable to move forward in this situation because it is, I'm seeing a lot of rigidity here. It's very rigid. It's very structured. There's order here. And I feel that this kind of structure is blocking you from forward movement, Aries. I feel that these are the changes. I feel that these changes want to move forward and you're resisting against the changes that are happening, that this individual is trying to implement these kind of rules and regulations, some kind of rule of law almost, or some kind of order. And I do want to say this could be with an earth sign individual. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or this could be anybody that's emanating earth-like qualities. This kind of energy in general is going to be an energy that is very down to earth, very grounded, very practical, and they do like to have things ordered. In order. They do like to have things orderly. They like to have some kind of structure. And I feel like this individual may be almost too structured for you, Aries. This is why I'm getting some kind of energy here that you're resisting it, you're fighting against it, you're feeling blocked in the situation. I feel like the structure is too much for you. And I feel like you want to break out. I feel like you want to have a little bit more flexibility, be away from this more rigid structure is the general feeling that I'm getting. And I feel like you're trying to be optimistic about it. You're trying to be hopeful about the situation regarding this individual, regarding the rules and regulations that this individual is implementing. However, I feel that there's some kind of blockage here, and I feel like overall you're generally trying to resist the changes. However, I do want to say, Aries, these changes could provide some kind of positive structure for you, especially if this has to do with a relationship, especially if this has to do with an individual that you may be romantically involved with. This kind of structure could be something very positive, especially if it's something having to do with the home situation, if it has to do with some kind of structure that's being implemented into a family life, a home life. So this could be beneficial overall, as structures can provide safety, they can provide security, Aries. So there is some kind of hope regarding the situation. There is something to be optimistic about, as anytime we have some kind of structure, anytime we have some kind of foundation, it does provide a little bit of protection for us. Just like a house can provide protection, it can provide some kind of refuge or sanctuary when we need it. So I do want to say, Aries, some of these, this blockage that you may be feeling could be due to your own thoughts. You may be resisting against the changes this person is trying to implement in general, generally feeling a sense of being blocked, feeling like your freedom is essentially been taken from you. I feel like that's the kind of feeling that you have right now, Aries, is that your freedom is kind of being taken away from you. However, looking at this from a positive perspective, we can say that sometimes these structures can also provide us with some kind of security. So this individual, I feel like they may be very rigid. They may be very orderly. They like to have some kind of stability. They like to have some kind of structure. I feel like this person has a lot of this type energy, which is difficult for you, Aries. However, I do want to say that there could be a positive side to this situation. There could be a positive side. There could be some kind of positive aspect to this situation. I do want to say that these changes that are being implemented right now, these changes are going to happen nonetheless. So there's very little that can be done at this point to change anything that's currently happening. However, looking at the positive aspect, this could be the beginning of some kind of more stable energy, some kind of foundation. Aries, I do want to say, if this has to do with a work situation, this could be some kind of more rules and regulations that could be being implemented at work that you're trying to resist, against, Aries, that is kind of making you feel blocked, making you feel like you have less freedom. However, this could be beneficial in the long run. I believe that in the future, in the long run, these kind of rules or regulations or some kind of structure could be actually beneficial to the company in general. They could provide some kind of structure that the work is done more efficiently, or productivity is increased due to new work methods that have to do with some kind of structure being implemented or some kind of order being implemented. So in general, I do want to say that even though this feels restrictive, even though it feels like you're fighting against what these changes are, whether it's in a work situation or whether it's in a possible relationship, I do want to say there is some aspect of positivity to these changes, to this kind of stability or foundation being brought in. It's not all rules and regulations, essentially. I do want to say that there's almost some kind of peace or some kind of security that's going to be being implemented with this kind of structure, with this kind of order that is being implemented by this person, these changes that are being currently made. So there is going to be a positive aspect in the long run. And so that those are the messages that I'm seeing for you for this week, Aries. Do let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with any new videos that come out. If you're looking for additional readings, you can find links for membership or for personal readings below, and have a good week.